Let's see how well ChatGPT can define logos. All right, ChatGPT gave us a bit different definition than I thought it was going to. It defined logos as having multiple meanings and interpretations. So it talks about logos and as being kind of the universal principle of reason and knowledge that is most associated to what I think of when I think of rhetoric and communication. That logos is an appeal to reasoning and logic, and it is about whether or not you have crafted a well-supported, well-reasoned argument. It also talks about logos in terms of Christian theology and marketing and branding. And so here, if the student did not already have some familiarity with logos, I imagine this might be a little bit more confusing for them if they were trying to search just kind of basic definitions of logos for communication and rhetorical studies. So let's see how well it can describe Aristotle's logos and if that will help narrow what we are looking for. All right, so it gave us a good, thorough description of Aristotle's logos, and it's about reasoning and argumentation based off logic and rationality, and that when we think about logos, we are trying to cultivate a logical appeal for our audience. It talks about how logos is one of the three modes of persuasion with ethos and pathos. And it also kind of goes along to talk about how it is about reasoning and it's about how emphasizing logical argumentation and evidence-based persuasion. And so I think here, if you were to identify Aristotle's logos, you'd be a little bit less confused than if you had just said logos. All right, so let's see if ChatGPT can give us some advice about how to cultivate logos. All right, so ChatGPT gave us some good advice about how to develop logos. It talks about addressing counter-arguments, that audiences maybe have objections to the point that you're trying to make, so try to anticipate and respond to your audience's potential objections to your argument. Use clear and concise language, organize your argument so it's easier to follow and the audience can tell that there is a logical structure to the argument. Use evidence like facts, statistics, and research to support your argument. Use logical reason and make sure you have a clear thesis statement, a clear argument that you are supporting throughout. And that's some good advice about how to develop logos. Join us next time as we ask ChatGPT to define ethos.